Hello Year 4, welcome to our third Maths Meeting video. That's right, this is Maths Meeting 3. Remember, don't worry, these Maths meetings are exactly the same as we have in school, so don't worry, you got this. Before we begin, you will need something to write with and something to write on. That can be some paper or your homework book, doesn't matter. Now, as the video continues, sometimes at the bottom of the screen you will see this symbol, the pause symbol. That's a sign for you to pause the video, work out the question on the board, and then I'll go through the answers with you afterwards. Okay, you ready? Let's begin. I'm going to start with our months of the year rhyme. Now look, there's lots missing here, so I'm going to sing and miss out those gaps. You're going to sing at home nice and loud, fill in those gaps. Ready? Let's begin. 30 days have April, June and November. And in each leap year. Were you singing nice and loudly? I hope you were. Okay, let's get our answers now, shall we? Sing along again. 30 days have September, April, June and November. All the rest have 31 except February alone, which has but 28 days clear and 29 in each leap year. Well done, guys. Good singing. Okay, let's move on to the next question now. Okay, now we're going to be rounding to the nearest 100. Another rhyme here. Join in nice and loud. Look to your hundreds. Look to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Round down to the 100 that came before. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Round up to the next 100 on the number line. Well done, guys. Okay, today we're going to be rounding 645 to the nearest 100. 645 to the nearest 100. Okay, I want you to pause the video and have a go at that now. Okay, so when we round 645 to the nearest 100, the first thing we have to think about is what multiples of 100 does this fall between? We can do that, can't we? 645 falls between 600 and 700. 645 is somewhere on this number line. What's going to help us figure out the answer? Well, if we're rounding to the nearest 100, which column is going to help us with this? That's right, it's the tens column. The tens column is going to tell us whether we have to round up or down. So let's find out what we have to do, shall we? So on our number line there, this is halfway between. So now this is 650, halfway between 600 and 700. So where does 645 go? That's right, it goes here, a little bit smaller than 650. And straight away we can see that it's closer to 600. It's only 45 away from 600, but it's 55 away from 700. So I hope you got it. 645 is definitely closer to 600. 645 rounded to the nearest 100 is 600. Well done if you got that. Okay, let's move on now. I'm going to tell the time now. So I want you to have a look at the clock face, have a look at the minute hand, the hour hand, work out if we're going to or past. Now you can do your answer as the analog time, digital time, or try and challenge yourself and do both. Okay, I want you to pause the video and have a go now. Okay, let's begin. We're going to start by doing our analog time. Now, our minute hand here is on the left-hand side of the clock, so it is travelling to the next hour. To the next hour. What hour is it travelling to? Well, this is our hour hand here, and it's not quite at the 7 yet. It's still travelling to the 7, so that must mean that we are going to 7 o'clock. How many minutes are we away from 7 o'clock? How many minutes to 7? Let's have a look, shall we? Well, this is our minute hand here, and we can actually count the individual minutes until we get to the hour. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's right, we are 5 minutes to 7. You don't have to write the minutes there, it's a good reminder for us. So that was analog time. Let's look at digital time now. So with the digital time, remember, we don't need to worry about 2. Digital time doesn't like 2. It only goes past. So what hour have we just gone past? Well, we're not at the 7 yet, which means we must have just gone past the 6. So for our digital time, the hour is past the 6. And how many minutes are we travelling past the 6? Well, I want you to count with me now. We would have been at the hour, and we've gone all the way round. Count with me. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. Our minute hand has travelled 55 minutes around that clock face. Well done if you got the analog time. Well done if you got the digital time. Well done if you challenged yourself and got both of them. Okay, let's move on. Okay, now we're going to know what Noah knows. I want you to work out the missing answers, please. So, there are 3 calculations. Have a go now. Okay, let's make a start, shall we? So we've got 6 times 8 equals something. Did you get that? 6 times 8 is 48. Now we've got 9 times something equals 0. 9 times something equals 0. Okay, let's have a quick look. 9 times 0 is 0. Yeah, we knew that, didn't we? And now we've got something multiplied by 6 equals 36. What multiple of 6 is 36? That's right, it's 6 times 6. Well done if you got all 3 of those correct. Quick question, which one of those is a square number? Have a think about that. You can always email me to let me know. Okay, let's move on. We're going to use our efficient methods now. We've got a calculation 600 subtract 152. I want you to solve this calculation using your most efficient method. Okay, off you go now. Okay, now what method did you choose? Did you choose number line? I hope you did. Whenever we got a number with lots of zeros in, number lines are almost always more efficient. Don't try and do columns because it's very easy to get confused. So we have got our whole here, 600, and one of our parts, 152. And we need to work out what we add on to 152 to get to 600. What is that other part? 600 is made up of 152 and what? Well, let's see, shall we? So first of all, we look at this ones number. This is a 2, but we want to get to our next nice round multiple of 10. And number ones to 10, 2 and 8. That's right. So if we add on 8, that gets us to 160. Now we want to get to our next nice multiple of 100. Multiples, number bonds to 10, 6 and 4, 60 and 40. And that will take us to our next number, which is 200. Now we're not quite here at 600 yet, so we want to travel from the 200, add 400 to get to 600. Excellent. But where's our answer? Remember, this is one part, this is our whole, this is the other part, which means that 600 subtract 152 is 448. Did you get that? Well done if you did. Okay, that's the last one for today. I'll see you again soon.